Club! Hey everyone, Dan here from One Man Book Club. This is me and my Kindle Scribe 1 week later. You remember, if you saw my What the Heck is a Kindle Scribe unboxing video, you'll see that I promised that I would test drive this thing for a week. And if I didn't love it, I was going to send it back. So I'm going to tell you my experience using the Kindle Scribe for a week. Here you go. 1 week later, I have confirmed 100% that the Kindle Scribe is an e-reader first with all of the bells and whistles that you expect from a Kindle e-reader, and it's a note-taking device second. The Kindle Scribe, it's basically just a big Kindle Paperwhite. That's really all it is, with the functionality of being able to take notes. The note-taking stuff is pretty basic, but man, the e-reader, there's nothing on the planet that's as good as a Kindle e-reader. There's other choices, other options. Nothing beats a Kindle e-reader. That's what you have here. This is a big Kindle Paperwhite, and it is amazing. As a note taker, it is a lot of fun to use, but it is pretty basic. Those are the things I found. And if you can come into the Kindle Scribe with the expectation that the Kindle Scribe is an e-reader first and a note taker second, I think you're going to be much more successful enjoying and using the Kindle Scribe if you go into it thinking, oh, here's a premium, lots of bells and whistles note-taking device that I can read on. It's the other way around. It's an e-reader that you can take notes on. That is important. So how have I used it this week? Well, first of all, this big format, it is an absolute joy to read on. It is so big. It's like, it is much more like a real reading experience than other books, not other books, but than other reading devices. So, I mean, this is the book I'm currently reading. It's called Green Angel by Alice Hoffman. By the way, this is the time of year when you read short books to pad your reading counts for the year. So this is a short book by Alice Hoffman that was recommended to me that I'm reading. So this is the Oasis. This is the Scribe, and I find this format, oh my goodness, it's so comfortable to read on. Now, it is so comfortable to read on, but here's the thing. It is big. It is big. It's so big that it's, I found that it's almost like, I don't know, it was uncomfortable for me to think about reading this like, I don't know, like in public. Like, for example, if I'm on public transportation, like if I were sitting on a bus and I wanted to pull out my book to read, this was big enough that it would be kind of uncomfortable to read this like in that kind of a setting. I would much rather use this to read like in public, for example. So this week, the Kindle Scribe as an e-reader stayed on my desk, or I used it for deliberate reading in my home. So deliberate reading times when I like sit on the couch or go read a story with the kids, that's when I pulled out the Kindle Scribe. If I'm laying down in bed or if I'm on the move, this is what I carried with me this week. This was more for deliberate reading experiences, and it was amazing. Delivered in every spectacular possible way that I wanted it to deliver as a reading experience. All of that and more. It was amazing to read on. The second thing, how have I used it? I have been taking notes on this thing all day. Here's my notepad that I always keep on my desk. See what's on it? Nothing. It's blank. It's been blank for a week because the Kindle Scribe has 100% replaced my notepad. I've carried it to all of my meetings at work and in the community and at church. All of the times when I need to be able to write something down, I've carried it with me. This week is basketball registration week for the kids, and there are forms to fill out. So I was able to email the form to my Kindle Scribe, open up the form, write on the form to fill it out, and then email it back to myself so I could submit the form for their basketball leagues. So that was really cool. You can email a PDF, you can manipulate the PDF through writing on it, and then you can send it back all directly from the Kindle Scribe. Worked spectacularly. And as I was using it, I discovered that, you know what? I'm actually okay with the limited templates and limited pen options that are available on the Kindle Scribe. I'm okay with it because these are the templates that are available to use. There's all the ones that I could ever imagine, like the Remarkable 2 and others. They have pages and pages of different types of templates. I'm okay with just these templates. There's all the ones I could imagine. Everything from writing music, which my daughter used this week, to drafting, to drawing, to calendaring, to outlining, to checklists, to different rules of paper for writing, the blank ones. I've used all of them this week. And that's plenty. I'm very, very satisfied with that. I saw some people being concerned with the limited options for pen, for writing. All you have is you can write, and you've got fine, thin, medium, thick, and heavy options. The fine option is very skinny, fine. The thick option or heavy option is heavy. And that is what you have to work with. And I found that it was plenty. The highlighter tool, the same. You can go fine with your highlighter like that. You can go heavy with your highlighter like this. And it works. So I happen to have I can't remember what they call it, the deluxe pen, but it has the button on the side where I can just hold down. So it's on pen, so I can write, but then I just hold down the pen and highlight. So anyway, cool, really cool functionality. It's basic, but it is plenty. I don't need any more bells and whistles when it comes to writing notes than this gives me. The only wish list I had, and this is the kind of a big one, I wish it was easier to share and access external PDFs. I mean, this is Amazon. They have access to the AWS, Amazon Cloud, and instead of having like a cloud-based file sharing where you can access your files and manipulate your files from any device, it doesn't work like that. The only way to import or export devices from here is to email them to your dedicated Kindle email account, which is free and easy to set up. And it works really well. It just feels like it should be more. I should be able to access my notes on my computer, and I should be able to access them on other devices. Now, I can access the notes through a Kindle reading app. You go to your Kindle reading app and open it up, and you can see the notes that you've taken there. The only problem is it is not readable or writable. You can only read it. So, that's a limitation. And I wish it was easier to share and access PDFs. That's the only thing. Let's see. You can take the notes inside of books, but guess what? I haven't taken a single note inside of a book all week. And I don't know. Maybe that will become a thing. That might become a thing that I do at times. But I've highlighted some passages, but I haven't ever felt the need to take a note inside of a book. Although if I wanted to, I know how, and it's cool. But one thing that I kept thinking all week, especially for my college-age daughter, this thing will change. If I had this in college, holy cow, it would have changed the game for me in college. Being able to interact with my textbooks and take notes and just carry this around all the same time instead of binders and binders of notes and notebooks. This is everything. Your textbook and your notebook for taking notes all in one place would have changed everything. Let's see. A couple things I wanted to show you guys. So, what case to use for this thing? So, I have this thing where I don't really love to keep this in a case. And this too. See, there's no case on my Kindle Oasis. I keep my Kindle Oasis inside of this envelope, this felt Moko envelope, or like that. And that's how I carry it around. It's by Moko, M-O-K-O. It works spectacularly, and I just carry this around. That's how I carry my Kindle Oasis around, because the form factor of the device is part of the experience. And so I don't like the pre-made cases usually. But I want to show you Amazon's case for the Kindle Scribe. So this is it. This is the Amazon Kindle case for the Kindle Scribe. It's pretty pricey. This thing was like $100. The way it works is it snaps right into in there. So now it's magnetic, it's magnetized, it's magneted in there, so it's not falling out. And then you close it and it automatically shuts the screen off. You open it up and it automatically turns the screen on. And then you can do this cool thing where you fold it back and magnet sticks there, and then you can set it like that, and you have an angled surface to write. An angled surface to write or read. And that is actually really cool. The ability to have this angled surface and, have that, and you can store the pen right there instead of having it magnetized to the side. You can have it stored right there. Okay, that's cool, but here's what I still don't love. Now I have to read. If I want to read, I'm reading with the case behind me, but I could just pop it out like that. So, I could be overthinking. It's really easy to access the device. You don't have to like unclip it or bend the case or anything. So that's pretty cool. But I did love the Moko case so much that I went ahead and got this Moko envelope for the Kindle Scribe. And you can just slide it in there like that. And then I can carry it around. So, and it's protected and safe, and then I can pull it out and, there it is. Now I can actually hold it and experience it as it's meant to be experienced. You know what? I don't know which one I prefer yet. I'm still figuring that out. But I don't need both. So more to come on which case I use, but I just wanted to let you know that was something that I'm thinking about. Another question I got was, how do you turn off the writing menu in a book? Because when you open a book on this thing, go to library and open my book back up. When you open a book on this thing, the writing menu is right here. And it stays this little dot. And it's going to be kind of annoying if you had to, read with this dot on here. With this menu, you can move it to left or right side, but there's no option to remove it. Well, guess what? You can remove it. You just tap on the top, go to the menu, and then you hide writing toolbar like that. It's gone, and now you can comfortably read. If you want to bring it back to make your note, show writing toolbar, and there it is. So, piece of cake. You can remove the writing menu from a book. That was one of the things that some people had been concerned about. So here is the note taking. So I wanted to talk to you about efficiency in note management, because one of the things that I discovered was there are opportunities for creating folders like that. So there's folders here, and you can create a folder and then put other notes inside of the folder. And so the kids had created one and they were using it for stuff they wanted to do. I have one for church, one for work, and other things. So, but you can't create sub folders inside. You can't create subfolders inside of the folders. You can only create one folder. And so one thing that I thought was kind of silly is, why can't I create subfolders inside of folders? Because inside of each folder, I might want to have subfolders to further organize. Because because what I'm picturing is I have to create a new note every time I sit down and, I go to a meeting. Let's say I have a reoccurring weekly meeting. And so each week, am I going to create a new note for that meeting? And all of a sudden I've got a whole page full of notes that I can't organize into subfolders. So what I think is actually going to be more efficient is I'll create one notebook for each meeting, And I'll basically just like, this is what I created for a conversation today. I'll basically just say like, okay, today's 12:10, and then I'll take my notes for 12:10, and then on 12:11 I'll start a new page, or even just start in the middle of the page and take my notes there. And that way, all of my notes for that meeting are in one notebook, just like as if it were this. This is one notebook for one meeting, and I turn the pages and have tomorrow's notes, and then turn the page again and have another note. So just an idea. That's how I've come up with making this an efficient way to manage my note taking. Okay. There wasn't going to be much to this thing. I just wanted to throw this out there and show you guys what I've come up with after using it for a week, because I promised I would. The verdict, it's a keeper for me, guys. I really, really, really enjoyed using the Kindle Scribe this week. I see this entering into my life and becoming a very, very useful tool. It's a delight to read on in the right instances, and it's an extremely valuable, useful tool as a note-taking device. So, winner. This thing is a winner, and I have high hopes that the product roadmap for Kindle Scribe will have updated software, things that actually make it easier to use. Maybe even my frustrations around file sharing will be resolved. It's not impossible to share files, and it even works really well. It's just the potential for it to be better is there. So that's it. It's a keeper. I'm keeping this thing. I'm really, really excited about it. I would love to know what you've discovered about your Kindle Scribe, or what trepidations you have about it. What do you love? What's frustrating you? Maybe we can work together to figure out how to find solutions for some of the things that are the most annoying or most frustrating, and let's celebrate together the things that we love about it. Anyway, good luck with your experience with the Kindle Scribe. This has been mine. Happy reading, everyone.